haven't tried the Locklicious all-natural hair care product line? Well, let's hear what the Lock community has to say about it.
I love how it sprays and how it feels, you guys. Like, it feels so good. And it smells amazing, you guys.
The Lock and Twist moisturizer was really good for me. The hydration mist was phenomenal.
This is bomb, baby. I was really impressed, kind of blown away, and I think that if you're struggling, definitely go check them out.
And check out the 5-star reviews on our website. So, what are you waiting for? Go to locklicious.com to start treating your crown like royalty.
So after the election in Virginia, and we've been hearing this word thrown around a lot, and this word they keep using, woke, okay? So the white supremacists on the right start really hammering this word home, but not using it in the original sense, but turning it into almost like a slur, the way they're using it, right? So black folks, to be honest with you, I don't know nobody else who really used the term woke anyway in the black community. I never heard anybody. Now, we may say black empowerment. We may say that. We may say black agenda. We may say tangibles, things like that. But we don't use the word woke. We talk about white supremacy. We name it. We don't call it some little catch term, but I know what that term actually meant. Basically, someone originally, when somebody said, oh, this person woke, basically a person that's calling out white supremacy, a person that understands our history, our lineage, they just awaken out of the slumber that a lot of us have been in this country, because America does not want us awakened to the truth. That's all. You just awaken to the truth of everything around you. So a person will say, oh, that person woke, man. I mean, listen how he talked. Look at how she talked, right? So just in the original sense. But when it came to, and I remember I really started hearing Tucker Carlson starting that on Fox News. And he would just say, oh yeah, they just so woke and they woke and they woke. And I'm like, I'm listening to that. And it reminded me of the word thug. Do you remember that? Let's go back in time. When they used to say the word thug, and we start calling them out for using that term. It could be a kid that could just got in some trouble, never been in the street. Oh, look, he's just such a thug. And then when we start pointing out, wait a minute, the word thug, the way they're using it is the N word for them. They're not saying that he's a criminal in the street or they got proof of him out here just thugging. Everybody a freaking thug. You remember that? And then we kept calling them out and pointing this mess out. Oh, they had to shut up with it because they couldn't counter it, because they know good and well that's what they meant every time they said the word thug about black people. Now, let's get to this woke thing. Let's talk about that. So this word woke means, it can mean just anybody, right? But anyone that that condemns racism, white supremacy, that person's woke. We talking about to those who's using that word in a negative sense, even on the left-hand side, right? Because you got the right-wing white supremacists and the left-wing white supremacists. That James Carville, he talking about stupid wokeness, okay? So they the same. I told y'all that. It's the same system, right? Anyone that condemns racism, white supremacy, they call you woke. If anyone wants to push black empowerment, if anyone wants tangibles for black people in the community, right? You're woke. That's what they keep calling you. Because understand something, they do not want you to be quote unquote woke, because in order for this system to stay unequal, in order for this system to continue as a white supremacist regime, you cannot have any kind of pushback to the status quo. When Jim Crow Joe said that he was going to put things back to the status quo, he meant I'm going to put it to the normalization of white supremacy we used to, where black people, especially black people, are oppressed, demonized, ostracized, and get nothing. And for sure, he has been on a mission to make sure that happens. You understand? So anytime you hear the word woke for them, it is an offense because they take issue with you demanding something. Listen, remember that James Carville said stupid wokeness. Why? Why would he use that term? Why is it stupid? Think about that. Why is stupid? Because they believe black empowerment is stupid. They believe tangibles for black people is stupid. They believe this. They believe a black agenda politically is stupid. They believe that the condemnation of racism, white supremacy is stupid. They really believe that. This is why it has become a problem. Because black people is condemning this and wanting something. We can't win elections with y'all black people keep being so woke. Oh, you black people being woke. Or any person who agrees with us on anything, you're woke too. Now, they may also call people who participate in and want to push cancel. You know, I hate the word cancel culture, so I'm just going to say canceling people. They may call them woke too, right? But why are certain people being canceled is legitimate, but then some is not, right? Some isn't. But I'm talking about for the ones that are being done legitimately, like a white supremacist being a white supremacist, a Karen doing the things that she's doing, right? I heard Tucker Carlson say the other day that people that's woke, you know, want white men removed from power and everything else. Okay. But understand, when they use that is extremely negative, and they try to use it as almost like a slur to you. Oh yeah, you just so woke or whatever. Yeah, if you want to call me that, fine, call me that. But yes, I'm always going to advocate for the destruction of racism, white supremacy. I'm always going to advocate for black empowerment. I'm always going to advocate for a black agenda. I'm always going to advocate for tangibles for black people because everybody else is getting theirs. Why can't we get ours? So never let them use that word around you the way they're doing it, because it's not sometimes the words, people, you need to listen to, brothers and sisters. It's the spirit behind it. And the spirit they use in the end is a demonic spirit. Oh, it's a demonic spirit that's coming behind that. Because you have to understand, racism, white supremacy is a doctrine of demons. It is not a doctrine of the Lord. It's not nothing from the Bible. Because the Bible teaches you to treat others the way you want to be treated. To love your neighbor as yourself. Racism, white supremacy don't treat others the way they want to be treated. Racism, white supremacy don't love your neighbor as yourself. They don't. Racism, white supremacy don't believe in giving and it shall be given unto you. It believes in taking from people. It believes in stealing from people. It believes in oppression. It believes in killing. It believes in destroying. It believes in destabilizing nations. It believes in sowing discord among the brethren, which one of the things that God hates, a lying tongue. Racism, white supremacy is about a lying tongue. Quick to shed innocent blood. Racism, white supremacy have done that for hundreds upon hundreds of years. Everything that God say he hates, white supremacy, do it daily. So if I'm woke for being on the side of the Lord, calling out evil, I guess that's what I am then, even though I don't use that terminology. But understand something. If the white supremacist is calling you woke, that's great. Call us that if that's what you need to do. But understand, it is ordained for your system to fall. This is why you're seeing the tumbling of your system happening. See, you thought that you was going to put Jim Crow Joe in there. And I'm not talking to black people. I'm talking to them folks now. You thought you was going to install Jim Crow Joe in there and it was going to be so much better for you because you thought with Trump that your whole world was going to fall apart, some of you. Now you got Jim Crow Joe and look at you. Look at you now. You worse off than what you was with Trump. Can't blame him now. Y'all so focused on everything else but what you need to be focused on. I'm going to come out and say it. If you hear any of them using the term woke towards you, then they have identified themselves as a white supremacist. Yes, I'm going to come out and say it. So if they're using that term, stupid wokeness, oh, woke, oh, they so woke. Okay, So you're a white supremacist. I don't care if you're black, because you got black people that represent white supremacy too. And no, I'm not talking about Winsome Sears. Michael Eric Dyson, you idiot. Couldn't believe he said that about her. Like, man, bro, it's a time to say certain things. But, that's a video of a different day. I need to get at him, too. And all them silly people like Tiffany Cross and the other ones. Like, look, we got issues. We can call out people in our community, but stop saying stupidity just because they're not on your side. You won't even listen to what the sister's saying. I mean, have a conversation with her at least, right? Instead of labeling people as a blackface and white supremacy. Actually, y'all more black faces of white supremacy than she is. But that's a video of a different day. But if they are using the term woke towards you, they label themselves as white supremacists, and you call them as such. Because one thing they don't like the term white supremacy or white supremacists. They don't like that directed toward them. I said, because ask them this. Well, what's the problem with wanting racism, white supremacy to end and calling this mess out? They present this lie all the time about critical race theory. These people can't explain to you what critical race theory is. They don't understand even how it's taught at the collegiate level. None of it's taught in elementary schools. It's not in no program, nothing at all. But they allow their stupidity, right, to be manipulated by think tanks and something they don't even understand and don't even know what it is. This is why they want people not educated in this country. Because people that's educated, you can just tell them a term like critical race theory and woke and don't even know how to even explain it. But yes, ladies and gentlemen, if they're using the term woke, no matter if they're on the left and the right, listen to the spirit they're using it in, and they identifying themselves as white supremacists. But leave me a comment. Let me know what you think about this. And I call them out when they use that term. Say, oh, there you go. Another white supremacist using the word woke, huh? Like say, oh, they ain't gonna like that. I guarantee you keep calling them white supremacists when they calling that out, they'll stop using that word. Thank you for watching, and make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel and check out the African Diaspora News Channel app in the Google Play and Apple App Store. Living in America as a black person, you recognize there is one set of laws for you and one set of laws for those, especially in the white community. In our book, Passive Aggressive Racism in the System of White Supremacy, I take you through times in my life when I first started noticing white supremacy. We teach you how to recognize it, identify it, and also counter it in our book. This book is a beginner's course for those that are just starting to wake up and open their eyes to see the system of white supremacy. As a black American person, you must understand this system because this system is life or death to you. How you handle it, how you deal with it, it can affect your mental health if you don't understand this system. Pick up our book, Passive Aggressive Racism and the System of White Supremacy, today on Amazon.